Speaking section. The speaking section tests your ability to communicate in English in an academic setting. During the test, you will be presented with 4 speaking questions. The questions ask for a response to a single question, a talk, or a lecture. The prompts and questions are presented on time. You may take notes as you listen, but notes are not graded. You may use your notes to answer the questions. Some of the questions ask for a response to a reading passage and a talk or a lecture. The reading passages and the questions are written, but the directions will be spoken. Your speaking will be evaluated on both the fluency of the language and the accuracy of the content. You will have 15 to 20 seconds to prepare and 45 to 60 seconds to respond to each question. Typically, a good response will require all of the response time and the answer will be complete by the end of the response time. You have about 17 minutes to complete the speaking section. A clock on the screen will show you how much time you have to prepare each of your answers and how much time you have to record each response.
You will now be asked a question about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to plan your response and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree that most advertisements create an exaggerated image of the products they promote?
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a conversation on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passages. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below.
Hey, have you heard about the new personal study cubicles they're introducing at the library?
Yeah, I just read the announcement. I'm not sure how I feel about it. What do you think?
I actually think it's a great idea. Sometimes it's so hard to find a quiet spot to study, especially during peak times at the library. These personal study cubicles will provide the privacy and focus I need to concentrate on my work.
I see your point, but I prefer studying in a more open and collaborative environment. I feel that being able to interact with other students and exchange ideas helps me learn better.
That's true, but the library already has designated areas for group study. I think having personal study cubicles will cater to both individual students who need solitude and those who prefer collaborative workspaces.
I guess you're right. It's all about finding a balance. I can see how personal study cubicles would be beneficial to many students, especially during exams or when they need to concentrate on complex subjects.
Exactly. Plus, having a quiet and secluded space can reduce distractions and improve productivity. I believe the introduction of these cubicles will create a more focused and efficient studying environment.
Well, I guess it won't hurt to give it a try. Who knows? Maybe I'll find that I enjoy studying in a personal study cubicle after all.
The woman expresses her opinion about the proposal described in the letter. Briefly summarize the proposal. Then state her opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a lecture on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passage. After you hear the question, you have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below. You may begin reading now.
Now listen to part of a lecture in a zoology class. Customization is an essential aspect of animal behavior and evolution. Let me share an example that illustrates this concept. The peppered moth, Biston betularia, is a classic example of customization in action. In 19th century England, these moths were predominantly light-colored, blending seamlessly with the light-colored tree bark on which they rested. This camouflage protected them from predators, enhancing their survival. However, as the Industrial Revolution progressed, pollution and soot darkened the tree bark, causing a shift in the moth's habitat. The once effective camouflage was now a liability, making the light-colored moths more visible to predators. In response, a darker morph of the peppered moth began to emerge. Over time, the proportion of dark-colored moths increased, as their camouflage was better suited to the altered environment. This example illustrates how customization enables species to adapt to changing environmental conditions, ultimately influencing their survival and evolution.
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the concept of customization.
You will now listen to part of a lecture. You will then be asked a question about it. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Listen to part of a lecture in a sociology class.
Today we're going to discuss the concept of diffusion. Diffusion refers to the spread of cultural traits, ideas, or innovations from one group or society to another. It plays a significant role in shaping societies and understanding social change. I'll provide you with 2 strategies and examples to illustrate the process of diffusion. First, let's talk about the strategy of hierarchical diffusion. This occurs when cultural traits spread from one influential or dominant group to other groups or individuals. An example of hierarchical diffusion is the adoption of high-end fashion trends by celebrities. When a famous actor or musician wears a particular style, it quickly captures the attention of their fans and followers, who then imitate the trend, gradually spreading it throughout society. The second strategy is known as contagious diffusion. This happens when cultural traits spread rapidly and widely like a contagious disease. An example of contagious diffusion is the rapid spread of viral videos on social media platforms. When a video becomes popular and captures the interest of a few individuals, they share it with their friends, who then share it with their friends, creating a chain reaction. Soon, the video gains widespread attention and reaches a vast audience.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain 2 ways that cultural traits can spread through diffusion.